going on, brothers? It's the Mgtow the name. Got another video for you. It's written title, Self-Partnered. Here goes. Have you noticed that every time reality hits these feminists and these privileged berserkers, have you noticed that they always have an excuse? Have you noticed that whenever you corner them on their rhetoric, they'd rather look and sound foolish than admit that they are wrong and that they are failures? Have you noticed that? Well, here is one such case with one Emma Watson. Check this out. Emma Watson has said that she prefers to call herself self-partnered rather than single as she approaches her 30th birthday. Watson, age 29, who rose to fame as Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter films, coined the phrase in an interview with British Vogue in which she discussed the pressures of turning 30. The actor and activist, whose birthday is in April, said she initially did not understand the fuss that surrounded the milestone. She told British Vogue, "If you have not built a home, if you do not have a husband, if you do not have a baby, and you are turning 30, and you're not in some incredibly secure, stable place in your career, or you're still figuring things out, there's just this incredible amount of anxiety." Speaking of how she had never believed that I am happy and single spiel, she added, "It took me a long time, but I'm very happy being single." Or called it being self-partnered. You get all that? So she doesn't like all of the anxiety and all the crap that comes with being single at age 30. She says that she's happy and single, but that's what she says. But more than likely, she's hurt. She's depressed. And when trollops are pressured by society to get married, have kids, a lot of them, they don't respond well to the pressure. They can't stand it. But I have to say this. I don't sympathize with what she's feeling because, look at it this way. How many feminists, trollops, and privileged berserkers have basically been riding Leonardo DiCaprio's ass to get married and settle down? Huh? How many? Same with George Clooney and other actors who have a king's fortune. They're riding solo and they're happy. How many times have these feminists, these privileged berserkers, and these trollops tried to shove a microscope up their ass because those men are not playing ball, they're not getting married, they're not having kids? You brothers know the answer. But yeah, this whole self-partnered shit, I don't buy it. I do not fucking buy it. I think she is ashamed to call herself single. That's what it is, especially at age 35. But self-partnered, that's fucking ridiculous. There's always an excuse. There's always some Marxist spin or some pretty word that they use to hide the fact that they are sexual failures or that they are just complete fuck-ups. Case in point, when single mothers find themselves broke, they find that their blue skies are gone, rather than accept the fact that they have failed, they call themselves strong and independent, they don't need no man. When their house is doomed, they're rotting away, But they'll rather take refuge in their own fantasy land, just completely deny reality. So rather than say that they're failures, they say they're strong and independent. But rather, a overprivileged feminine say that she's single, she'd rather say she's self-partnered. It's pretty sad, it's pretty pitiful, but it is what it is. And as for men who are single, we say that we're single. We don't have to hide behind any pretty words or use any Marxist spin on whatever the fuck we're doing. If we're single, we're just single. It is what it is. The same thing with men who've been divorced. The same thing with men who are trying to mend the wreckage and put their life back together after they've been raked over the fucking coals. They don't put any pretty spin on it. You see, men don't have to be taught how to live in reality. The only ones who need to be taught how to live in reality are these privileged berserkers, these feminists, and those who want to have their cake and eat it, but are too chicken shit to accept the fact that they are feckless. They rather hide behind some pretty word. Self-partnered. What a joke. But what are your thoughts, brothers? I'd like to hear about it in the comment sections. This is the line of Mgtow. And that's all I've got for you in this video, brothers. If you like the video, like seeing right in the commentary, feel free to subscribe and don't visit my channel. You find a tip jar on the upper right hand side of the screen, and that's your G+ icon. Alright, fam. Alright, brethren. You know the drill, you know routine. Go on with everyone with SYSBM. As for these feminists, these privileged berserkers, and those who would rather hide their failures with pretty words, give them nothing. This has been Mgtow PSA. More to come. Sit tight. See you soon.